ports and choose the Knucker keyboard.
And as you can probably hear already in the background, we're already into match 2. Single lifeline for POL. Can they pull this back? Can they take dominance out of what was clearly a Young Money Club's game? Fairly in the lead, dominating all the way through their mid-game phase. In fact, we did not even see a Rex drop. That's how quickly that game went. It was in 24, 25 minutes. Now we're into the second match, and already you can see the bands OD and Batrider coming out of POL, as well as Elder Titan and again Darkseer coming out of YMC, and they go straight into the Naga Siren. She is available. This is going to set up with a net into a Willing Death or Chakram for Timbersaw. I was just about to say that as they pick it up. Those two heroes combo extremely well, so we should expect to see very aggressive plays coming out of YMC. They are one up. They're feeling very confident. This is, of course, though, POL's opportunity to try and come back. They did show competent skill and player ability, but just could not overcome those strong heroes. The laning especially did not work out for them. They did not rotate their Conquer early enough to capitalize on the fact that he would shut down the OD, and then OD just started to get out of control along with Anti-Mage, picking up 1, 2, 3, 4 kills, going into a team fight, losing 4 heroes, losing 5 heroes, only taking a 1 or 2 while they do this. And it all extrapolated down from the early laning learning phase. Professor's going for the same setup of a Nyx Assassin and Visage, 2 strong heroes. And don't get me wrong, those are fantastic supports, and this does set up for a very aggressive or ultra defensive tri-lane, so they can go straight into farm. But now on the second set of bans, and I expect YMC to see this, I expect them to ban out Anti-Mage, I expect to see them ban out Alchemist, anything that is going to get safe lane farm, so that it narrows the options here for POL. Because they have already announced they are looking to play those 2 heroes as their supports, which does indicate to me as a player, if I was on the back foot, if I was a captain, I'd be saying, hey guys, we need to play safe. We need to look for those opportunities. Wait for the YMC to make mistakes. And Oaks.
Dire team bad.
Or Professor, or leftovers. POL looking to ban it. IO not as popular in this Tide's Wrath as or this tournament as you'd expect it to be. They also go again for the SF ban. I'm not really sure why. They have something in mind, I guess. The second time in a row banning an SF. YMC going with Gyrocopter. This is almost identical banning lineup that they had in the first match.
10 seconds remaining.
They did go with something unusual for the 4 slot.
5 seconds remaining.
Whether they follow that same trend or they go with something new is yet to be seen.
Time.
My pick here is that YMC will go for some Wombo combo overlay. They've already got the Wombo combo there in terms of Naga Siren and Chakram. They can throw others in there, and now they have the option after banning out the split push Rat Dota. No Rat Dota for you today. Nature's being removed, and so they will go aggressive early tower push, and we should expect to see push, 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 as well as Wombo combo from YMC. They should be full of confidence, having come out of the first round so strong, showing complete dominance over POL in that very late phase, or the very late part of that match. They go with Rubik, of course, 3rd slot, ideal position for Rubik. It does constrict, especially if you've got first pick, it does constrict your opponent's drafting capability. It adds to Wombo combo if you've already got other Wombo combo heroes. And at the same time, it's a deny pick because you're on the first pick. You can know it's not going to be a wasted ban. Instead, it's going to add and enhance your team as opposed to subtract it. And this indicates to me this may not be a support Naga Siren. Well, these will be the 2 supports for the tri-lane, giving no wild cards away yet. Timbersaw, long lane mid potentially. Naga Siren, Rubik, not really giving away what's happening in the tri-lane other than it will be a Rubik. And this could be a very, very offensive tri-lane with Rubik and Naga Siren going in with a net. Lifesteal is still in there, and I feel that that would be a great pickup for YMC right now. But of course, we saw in the last match, Lifestealer was completely shrugged off, not banned, not picked. Went all the way through it, yet he's so dominant in a tri-lane. Open Wounds or Rage, just as your first ability of Levity. And POL go for the Troll Warlord. This is going to help them, especially if they go into the Anti-Mage. Old Troll Warlord Anti-Mage is very strong, especially if he's got that Battle Fury. So this would be a nice mechanic if they can capitalize on it. Give them the right-click in team fights, as well as a lot of push potential. And of course, Troll Lord with the Whirling Blades of Death, or Whirling Axes, I can't quite remember what it's called. Whirling Axes ranged, Whirling Axes melee. A lot of damage.
10 seconds remaining.
They can just come through with that, and if he's paired up with an Alchemist,
5
perhaps,
seconds remaining.
you could see a lot of right-clicking, huge amounts of fast right-clicking.
Reserve time.
Of course, YMC, they should know something's up. But they dominated so well. They picked the... I don't want to say dominated, because that's not the right word. They laned particularly well. Very intelligent laning. Rotated and set it up. Even though they were counterpicked in the first match with that Alchemist against their OD, they played very coolly and very smartly and looked to mix it around. And some time being used now by Young Money Club. They've used a third of their reserve time just on this one pick, and they're looking to pick up something that is going to add to this wombo combo. And I feel more AoE is just going to add more woe to POL's setup. At the same time, you cannot overinvest in AoE, and as I say that, they pick up Queen of Pain. And this gives them not only single target utility, high mobility, it also gives them an extra added overlay on top of what is Whirling Death, Chakram, maybe Net, and maybe some illusions, and of course Riptide. The ability that I love so much so that Valve must have heard me, because getting a reasonably significant nerf in the next patch, which I promised not to talk about, but already I've mentioned it.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
And now POL is left deciding what they're going to do with their lineup. They can see that there's a lot of teamfight AoE. And they can't pick something too overly AoE themselves, because that will get stolen. Rubik is going to have a great time if he can get Vendetta, or if he can get the Troll Ult, or even the Whirling Blades of Death. Windrunner comes in there to add even more CC to their lineup. And you know, YMC, they have a reasonable level of that. Of CC themselves. They have the net, they have the pickup. That's two good lockdown abilities, as well as the slow out of Chakram.
10 seconds
And Queen of Pain, of course, going to be able to blink in and add damage.
5 seconds remaining.
Windrunner with Visage and Nyx Assassin, slightly more single target damage or single right click coming out of POL. They're going to be able to burn down individual heroes well, especially heroes like Rubik, or potentially Naga Siren, who don't have high strength gain, don't have too high HP pulls even with items. And Lifestealer makes it all the way through to that 5th slot. YMC identified that Lifestealer could be picked up by POL. Although if I was YMC, I'd be looking to pick it up myself. And now POL are going to use all their remaining time to decide what it is they're going to have for their last slot.
Remaining. Radiant team pick.
And again, I feel that something unconventional for POL was going to work here. I feel that if they looked towards a hero that YMC are not expecting, to give them that utility or give them that initiative in terms of initiation. Last round they had I felt they had very little. This round they have at least Nyx Assassin.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds
Will
remaining.
either of these teams hear me and pick up that the hero that I'm my favorite hero. Will they pick up that Centaur War Runner?
10 seconds remaining.
Because my personal preference is there's just never enough
Dire
War Runner.
team
And
pick.
Alchemist goes through. Someone said earlier that Alchemist is a potential option to be picked up. And they were right. They said ban it out, and it wasn't. And it gets through to the final slot. And this YMC lineup looking ultra aggressive with 3 forms of lockdown. Lots of AoE damage out of almost everybody.
10
So they will
seconds
take the team
remaining.
fights. They will go for an offensive tri-lane, I hope.
5
They have the
seconds
potential.
remaining.
Rubik and Naganet with Alchemist going straight in and just dominating. Early game, first blood, push down those towers, aggressive, very early game. Or they could go for the safe lane, guard that Alchemist to carry them through to the late game with Naga Siren, of course, adding extra level of setup for Alchemist, charging their bottle. So late game as well as mid game, on paper looks like YMC have an advantage just at this stage. Though there is a reasonable amount of push that can come out of Professor, and they did listen to me. They picked up Doom for their off lane, or potentially some weird strategy I haven't seen before. Windrunner possibly in the mid, with Troll Wall of Visage and Nyx Assassin in the tri-lane. Just a quick thanks again to Southern Cross Dota for in partnership with TT Esports and Twitch TV for Tides Wrath Season 3. I was Omega Kai, and if you're interested in following me, hit subscribe, hit follow. You can see me on the Facebook link that was on the beginning of the stream if you're on the stream online. The stream being www.twitch.tv/Southern Cross Dota 2. Southern Cross Dota 1 stream hopefully being used by the other guys. If they could get it going, they had some issues. If not, at the end of this, I will be doing an open panel, I think, actually, on the stream. I'm going to invite some people between the 2 matches to talk potentially about the patch that is upcoming, not to distract from the current match at hand.
Prepare for battle. "30 seconds to battle. The battle begins! Double damage.
Denied.
Denied. The red mist spreads at Radiant's middle tower. First blood!
First blood! We're off to an explosive start!
Axe is impressed. War has come to Radiant's bottom tower. Regeneration.
I don't think so. You hit a girl?
Dire's bottom tower is under attack!
No, cease of thought.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack!
And I apologize, I have done all of that with no talking whatsoever. What's going on? Everybody says Fat Vamiga hits his buttons. Totally hits his buttons. I need to disable that key. I'm sure I disabled that key, but apparently not! I did not disable that key whatsoever, and you guys did not hear me for the last 6 minutes, thinking that I'm just scrolling around not doing anything. Those in-game though would have heard me, just not those on the stream, and I do apologize for my scrub unprofessional casting. As I was saying to those who were on the stream and who would not have heard me, I was saying that that smoke utilized to gank the Windrunner, waited for most of that smoke just to secure that, and they waited for Alchemist to dive or indicate where to go, so it was kind of like a miscommunication. Should have waited for the last possible moment so they can wait for the opportune moment to come out of smoke. And of course, Windrunner looking to play the denial game or at least harass out. And Alchemist is very low. And again, a pick up onto the Windrunner. Down comes the stun. In comes the net, but there's no Alchemist. Where is the Alchemist judge? Here it comes. One more second. Throws down the stun. All they need is 2 more right clicks. And they get in position to body block. And great play by YMC. Excellent supports. And Alchemist goes in. Uses that money to pick up a Grievel's Greed straight away. Yes, and I'm getting... I know, guys. I know the sound was not working. I apologize. Stop sending me messages. Scrub, Amiga is scrub. Anyway, Doom in the jungle. I'm not totally sure that this is the right strategy. Doom is very, very greedy and does spend a lot of time in the jungle. And you are basically 4v5 in the early laning phases, as well as any early gank attempts or team fights. If you are going to Doom jungle, you need to rotate early. You need to come out frequently. Surprise your opponents. Especially once you hit 6, immediately just come out, look for some hero to Doom, and then rotate back into the jungle if you can't get that kill. And the Twitch channel goes crazy as this finally sound. And a shout out to those guys who stuck around, even though I was mumbling into nothing. Fun times here at the Southern Cross Dota. Tides are out Season 3, and a TP into top. It's now a 3-man in top lane with 2 heroes from the Radiant team in position, including DD, Queen of Pain, and this could be a great dive here. But no, with Nyx Assassin having rotated up, he's now there. Damage goes down. DD just runs out. Stun comes through. Timbersaw wants to secure well out of position, throwing Whirling Death, and Queen of Pain blinks just out in time. Very, very fail gank there. The failure from Australia not proving to be... Whoa, what's going on with my mouse? Of course. Well, an engagement there. Ult's being used before he goes down. And another pick up 4-2. Missed by your cousin because his mouse decided to go on a spaz. And it's not over yet. Visage is in trouble. Queen of Pain, she wants to enjoy this. And Naga Siren, they wrap around from behind. They dive the tower. And they care not for the damage they take because they take off a hero, converting your health into wealth, and there's no answer to that just yet.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And in the bottom lane, another stun, another pickup onto Windrunner, and she's out of her game. She just needs one more right click. Visage comes into slow, and in comes Whirling Blades of Death from Troll Warlord. He wants to secure the kill. He ults, power shot, and seals the deal. And they now only at half the kills at 6-3. Also a rotation from Nyx. Nice. No, not even nice. Unfortunately, it does not secure the latch from Windrunner. It does micro stun. And this 4-man push in the bottom, 5-man push in the bottom, must now convert this into a tower, because it looks like in the top lane they're under pressure, in the mid they're under pressure. If they can secure this into a tower, no, they abandoned the attempt, and I think that is a huge critical mistake.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I feel that this is a huge mistake, because having not converted that, having dedicated to kill some heroes in the bottom lane, you want to convert that into a tower, because you are behind.
Dire's middle tower is not what it used to be. That is for certain.
And again, YMC showing that they have a reasonable amount of skill in the game, able to extend their lead. Let's have a look at items and gold, because they haven't had for some time. There is only a 2,500 gold advantage to YMC, but XP going back and forth, but 3,000 XP swing. Only 1,500 XP in the lead, so it is still very close. It is only 12 minutes into the game, and item-wise, nothing great to talk about. Some full boot conversion out of YMC. Everybody's got up to boots, and that means early core items. Alchemist going for that greedy Hand of Midas, going for that farm build. And since he hasn't been killed, or there has been no or little attempts... Apologies. Lost my voice. because there has been little attempts to shut down this Alchemist farm. What are the graphs saying? They say Queen of Pain at 4-6 and Alchemist at 4-3. And the charm to win the game is through that farm.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And now I think I actually did a lot. Now I knew the new catchphrase. A new way to open up a sentence in terms of changing direction. Professors Oaks leftovers from memory is what they're called. They are behind. They need to execute that maneuvers that advice I gave them earlier. Plan to gank, and you'll be successful. Look for aggressive warding. Look for smoke as often as frequently as you possibly can. Leave your opponents, put your opponents into a defensive position where they play cautiously. Don't overextend. Don't plan to gank themselves because they just don't know whether or not you're missing. Meanwhile, in the top lane, thanks to Doom. Yeah, thanks to Doom's Doom. They secure the kill. Timbersaw has nowhere to go, and with all that support around, they are able to kill him with the Nyx, with the Vendetta. Easy initiation. And it has stagnated. It looks like there could potentially be a Lincoln Sphere coming out of Tion Funzi. Tyfunzi? Someone will tell me how to say their name. I'm sure of it. Queen of Pain. The game has stagnated a little bit. You know, the early aggression that we saw early on, no longer there. Has petered off slightly at 6-4 with Ironwood. You know, if you were in the game, you would think it was a lot closer than it is. And when I say that with complete biasm, because I'm hoping that the New Zealand team will win this. They do finally get the control back over CS into their own half of the graph, and they do manage to stem that hemorrhage of cash in the way of YMC. Is now plateaued at about 1400, which is really nothing. At 14 minutes into the game, that's a couple of heroes. That's a team fight that you win, that will swing it in your favor. So they need to maintain this farm progression. It looks like there will be a smoke up here out of the Radiant team. They do smoke up. Don't choke while under smoke, guys. You need to find the kills. And they are looking to wrap around. And who will they wrap around on is the key question. And if you would die, you would know something's up. There's 5 missing. Ping's going down onto the jungle in the top lane. They see Doom. They want Doom. They throw down pickup and net, as well as a lot of right clicks, as well as Chakram. He does go down. Not so quickly as you would have expected. Tanking quite a bit of their damage, but nonetheless going down 7-4 in the favor of YMC, and now they're diving on to Windrunner. She does get taken out. There's a 3-action TP as well as buyback, and now Naga Siren comes in, ready for the setup. Can they take this? No, she uses the opportunity to TP away. And that is how you play Naga Siren in terms of hit and run. Timbersaw now being doomed. And as I go away from the top lane, Queen of Pain goes in, screams on a hero or two, picks up a kill. And now it's 9-4 for what looks so close, so tight. Has now swung in the favor of YMC. Even more so than before. Before it was nothing in it. Now let's have a look. You can see the difference going north. Going north. Look at that. Booyah! That's a 1000 XP swing just from that engagement. Was 4 kills though. 3 kills for none. And the choice of Nyx Assassin, it has to be said, was this the right choice? In a match which is yet again going in the favor of YMC. And they must be feeling extremely confident. Having dominated in the first game, not so much in this game. I have to say that POL have learned a little bit from their previous match. Perhaps not enough as you would have liked if you were a New Zealander watching this. And in the middle there is a nice shackle there. The Router's power shot, but it may be for naught because Windrunner is in a lot of danger. There is initiation coming down onto a number of heroes, including Queen of Pain. They pick up Naga Siren. They want to get another, and it looks like they're just diving all over the place. There's a stun. Queen of Pain gets away. They don't pursue. Stun, it does get Rubik, but there's no follow through because everyone else went. Doom comes down. And that is going to be a dead Rubik. But at the same time, it's a pick up a Windrunner. And Nick's assassin is in danger. He's looking to escape. And Alchemist is just going to come in there and casually kill him if he doesn't get duped out. That's a double kill. Even exchange of heroes, slightly, I guess, in the favor of POL because they are behind. They lost their mid player in terms of Nick's assassin. Lost none of the late game carries, but also took out a Queen of Pain and a Rubik. Naga Siren in exchange for Windrun and Nyx, so definitely coming out on top and narrowing the gap in terms of kills. Did they kill the right heroes is yet to be seen.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Shadowblade Alchemist now in effect. Had that Shadowblade for a little while now. Have not covered that just at any stage at all because the graphs just say green, 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 followed by red. And let's have a look at those items where there's no positioning for attack. Full boot conversion into those core items, and we still have only the Perseverance on Queen of Pain. Has not completed that Lincoln Sphere, and she must be devastated because that was almost 9 minutes ago. Windrunner almost completing the mechanism. Helmet Dominator going into BKB for the Troll Warlord. And Doom also doing well with his Handamitis. The two supports looking pretty similar, but POL's looking a little bit slower. Don't have boot conversion, don't have boots at all on Visage. So any pursuit or any retreat is going to potentially end in the death of a Visage because he'll be out of position. And I feel now is the time that the Radiant team can just go balls to the wall Dota, say YOLO, and just push down a lane. Because they have item advantage now with Molyneux in play. Molyneux, Maelstrom. Don't even know my items. Stat custom knowledge, yeah. And there's TPs. They are going to top. They're going to answer, which looks like to be an aggressive push here from the Dire team. Naga Siren comes in straight after TP. Timbersaw unfortunately taking a bit of damage. He wants their Doom to wear off before they do anything. He's almost got their Bloodstone.
Killing spree.
And there is a pickup of Queen of Pain. Why'd she die? Right there? Seriously? What's going on? She traded herself for the Visage. Not entirely sure why you would do that as Queen of Pain.
Regeneration.
Nonetheless, still anyone's game. 12-8, only slightly in favor of YMC in the graphs. There's not much in it. There's only, look at that graph, just go up and down, troughs and peaks all the way through. That's how close the levels in XP have been. Gold only going slightly in the favor of YMC for the last, what did you say, 15 minutes? 10 minutes is gone in the favor of YMC, but not by huge amounts. This could still be swung in the favor of POL. But I feel if YMC be aggressive here, if they push down the lane, mount an assault up to the tier 2, this will force out a team fight. And I feel that they have team fight advantage, even with Naga Siren's ult on cooldown. And she is being nuked down. Charges from the one come out to save her pickup, as well as Queen of Pain rotation. She uses her ult, and there in comes the Troll Warlord ult. Everybody mounts under damage. It's a bit sloppy, but look at the heroes die. Naga Siren and a trade for 3. Can they get the 4th? Visage with no boots does go down. 5-man pickup.
Top tower is under attack.
Massive swing. And YMC, they're mounting their heads of their enemies as on spikes as they make an assault and drive down towards the tier 2 tower.
Top tower has fallen. Do not play that.
M on the Alchemist leading the way in kills.
Tower is under attack.
Looking at those spiked heads, he is the Impaler from Australia, looking to take down this tier 2 tower as the glyph is used.
Much like cordwood before axes.
And no answer, obviously no answer out of POL. They've been beaten thoroughly in that early engagement. And the tower goes down very slowly with only a few heroes. Now come the reactionary TPs, as well as the Vendetta up next. And of course they can sense that there is a reaction, that someone is Vendetta up. They go to retreat. Rubik is the prime target. He gets stunned, but they know this. They come back in. But Troll Ult comes through, and Shadowblade Alchemist comes to finish off the Troll Blood, and there's immediately a buyback. Doom is in the mix. Doom has been used. Timbersaw is not afraid, though. He's just going to sit there with the Rubik buyback. Where is the Rubik? Is he even in the team fight? He finally shows up at the end, and there's a Dusker now onto the next Assassin. And the fight is not yet over. They're looking for more kills, and Chakram under net. We talked about this in the draft. And another 5-man wipe. As the dust settles, POL must be feeling extremely awed as the thunderous amounts of damage comes through. A cacophony of abilities. YMC proving to be the thunder from down under as they now lay siege, take the high ground to the tier 3. And the question has to be asked, can POL actually repel this assault? Is there anybody on this team that can stand up to this Alchemist who is now looking to build into the AC?
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
And this game already going as long as the first match, but this time, yeah, GG called, it has to be said. Well done from Proforos, who now go down into, I think, the losers bracket. And we'll be back later on for the next round, which starts in an hour's time. I was OmegaKai. You can follow me on Facebook, www.facebook.com/OmegaKaiDota, or on Twitch /OmegaKai. Thanks to TT Esports by Thermatech, as well as Southern Cross Dota for hosting Tides Rot Season 3. And hopefully I'll be able to bring back somebody on Mumble or Van. We can have a bit of a discussion in between the two matches, including you guys currently watching on the stream, as to patch changes and what you think the current meta will be. But don't hold your hopes. Let's see if I can actually find somebody who's well knowledgeable on the current patch. But I was OmegaKai. Thanks for watching.